Hello, in this video we are going to learn about the history of the computer. The first counting device was used by the primitive people. They used sticks, stones, and bones as counting tools. As human mind and technology improved with time, more computing devices were developed. We are going to discuss some of the popular computing devices, starting with the first to recent ones, such as abacus. The history of computer begins with the birth of abacus, which is believed to be the first computer. It is said that Chinese invented abacus around 4,000 years ago. It was a wooden rack which has metal rods with beads mounted on them. The beads were moved by the abacus operator according to some rules to perform arithmetic calculations. Abacus is still used in some countries like China, Russia, and Japan. Here's bones. It was a manually operated calculating device which was invented by John Napier of Merkiston. In this calculating tool, he used 9 different ivory strips or bones marked with numbers to multiply and divide. So, the tool became known as Napier's bones. It was also the first machine to use the decimal point. Pascaline. Pascaline is also known as arithmetic machine or adding machine. It was invented between 1642 and 1644 by a French mathematician philosopher Blaise Pascal. It is believed that it was the first mechanical and automatic calculator. Pascal invented this machine to help his father, a tax accountant. It could only perform addition and subtraction. It was a wooden box with a series of gears and wheels. When a wheel is rotated 1 revolution, it rotates the neighboring wheel. A series of windows is given on the top of the wheels to read the totals. Stepped reckoner. It was developed by a German mathematician Gottfried Wilhelm in 1673. He improved Pascal's invention to develop this machine. It was a digital mechanical calculator which was called the stepped reckoner as instead of gears. Difference engine. In the early 1820s, it was designed by Charles Babbage, who is known as father of modern computer. It was a mechanical computer which could perform simple calculations. Analytical engine. This calculating machine was also developed by Charles Babbage in 1830. It was a mechanical computer that used punch cards as input. It was capable of solving any mathematical problem and storing information as a permanent memory. Tabulating machine. It was invented in 1890 by Herman Hollerith, an American statistician. It was a mechanical tabulator based on punch cards. It could tabulate statistics and record information. This machine was used in 1890 U.S. Census. Differential analyzer. It was the first electronic computer introduced in the United States in 1930. It was an analog device invented by Vannevar Bush. This machine has vacuum tubes to switch electrical signals to perform calculations. Mark I. The next major changes in the history of computer began in 1937 when Howard planned to develop a machine that could perform calculations involving large numbers. In 1944, Mark I computer was built as a partnership between IBM and Harvard. Generations of computers. A generation of computers refers to the specific improvements in computer technology with time. In 1946, electronic pathways called circuits were developed to perform the counting. In each new generation, the circuits became smaller and more advanced than the previous generation circuits. The miniaturization helped increase the speed, memory, and power of computers. The first generation, 1946 to 1959, computers were slow, huge, and expensive. These computers were mainly dependent on batch operating system and punch cards. Magnetic tape and paper tape were used as output and input devices in this generation. Some of the popular first-generation computers are electronic numerical integrator and computer, electronic discrete variable automatic computer, universal automatic computer, IBM 701, IBM 650. Second-generation computers, from 1959 to 1965. The second generation was the era of the transistor computers. These computers used transistors which were cheap, compact, and consuming less power, and was faster than the first-generation computers. In this generation, magnetic cores were used as the primary memory and magnetic disk and tapes were used as the secondary storage. Programming languages like COBOL and Fortran, and batch processing and multi-programming operating systems. Some of the popular second-generation computers are IBM 1620, IBM 7094, CDC 1604, CDC 3600, UNIVAC 1108. Third-generation computers. The third-generation computers used integrated circuits, I.C.S., instead of transistors. A single IC can pack huge number of transistors, which increased the power of a computer and reduced the cost. These generation computers used remote processing, time-sharing, multi-programming as operating system. Also, the high-level programming languages like Fortran 2.2.4, COBOL, Pascal PL/1, Algol 68 were used in this generation. Some of the popular third-generation computers are IBM 360 series, Honeywell 6000 series, PDP, Personal Data Processor, IBM 370/168, TDC 316. Fourth-generation computers from 1971 to 1980. The fourth-generation computers used very large-scale integrated circuits, a chip containing millions of transistors and other circuit elements. These chips made this generation computers more powerful and fast. These generation computers used real-time, time-sharing, and distributed operating system. The programming languages like C, C++, D.Base were also used in this generation. Some of the popular fourth-generation computers are 10th, Star 1000, PDP-11, Cray 1, supercomputer, Cray XMP, supercomputer. Fifth-generation computers, from 1980 till date. In fifth-generation computers, the VLSI technology was replaced with ULSI, ultra-large-scale integration. It made possible the production of microprocessor chips with 10 million electronic components. This generation computers used parallel processing hardware and AI, artificial intelligence, software. The programming languages used in this generation were C, C++, Java, .NET, etc. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more useful videos.